on to our next segment of the podcast, and it's our Ask the Dad segment of the podcast. And today we're going to be talking about, can't believe we're talking about this, but we're going to talk about it. Gossip.
All right.
We're talking about gossip. And what we're actually going to be talking about with gossip is so funny how this thing came up. One of my friends was having a discussion, and I think it was on Facebook, and I think she had made the statement, or she had reposted somebody's statement saying that men say that they don't gossip, but they gossip as much or oftentimes more than women. Then when she said this, when she said this, the thing that intrigued me so much was the comments below and how it was so many women that were in agreement with this. And I'm not sure how many men were really in agreement with this, but I felt like this was something that we definitely needed to talk about. We needed to talk about first establishing whether men indeed gossip, and we also need to discuss how do we advise our sons as well as daughters about gossip. Now, when I say daughters, I don't know how, I'm not a woman, so I don't know how women maneuver around this topic of gossip. But as a man, I cannot look at you with a straight face and say, yes, I love to gossip. No, I'm not going to call Mario E and say, hey man, tell me the tea. No, that's not how we do.
That's not happening.
And then my man Damon Dash, he always says, do not be a chatty patty. With that being said, I do feel like that men from time to time do discuss issues. I do feel like there is a need for men to discuss issues. I don't feel like it should be messy. I don't feel like it should be sloppy. I feel like it should be a direct conversation. The thing about men, and this is just me, and I'm speaking for myself, and people in the comments can tell me how you feel. But I look at it like this. If I get on the phone and I call Mario and we're discussing an issue about another man or something like that, or something that happened or something that was going on, I'm prepared that whatever I say on the phone with him, with Mario, then the person that I may be speaking about, I can say whatever I said directly to them and be direct with my delivery. I don't know if, to me, I just always seemed like gossip was something that people said behind people's back, but then when they got to that person, they don't carry that conversation the same way. But a lot of times when I'm having a conversation, that same energy that I have on the phone, if that person was right there, I would have that same energy. That's not to say that I'm just this tough guy or anything like that, but I just feel like that's the type of things that men do. And I've had a situation here recently where I had a group of friends and we kind of had a mix up, and sometimes it is best to really talk, I wouldn't say so much about that other person, but discuss the issues that you're having with that person to get that perspective from another friend to kind of say, hey, did you see it like that? And then the thing about the circle of friends that I have is that person would say, man, we all need to have a sit down. We all need to have a talk about it, And it went on that we actually did have a talk about it, and everybody got on the phone and we were able to really hash things out and put everything out there on the line. And everything that I don't even like using behind the back, because it's just like you just discussing things. And everything that I discussed, I didn't hold back when I got in front of that person. So is that really coming from a bad place? Is that really gossip? When, I don't know, when you really, at the end of the day, you have that person's best interest at heart, but you just being firm and direct when you talk to them and really trying to get to the bottom of things. Now, if it's something that happened, I mean, I just feel like it's just exchanging information on something that happened. Like, I don't feel like it's a whole giggly, like, oh my gosh, man, guess what such and such did, bro? This is this and this is that. Like, I don't feel like that's what we sit around and do.
Yeah.
I feel like we talk about things. There's other things that even me and you talk about. And it's like, it just comes from a different place.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it'd be like genuine people that you really care about and you love that you find out something about, man, and it can be hurtful for you. And be like, man, you know what? And you know I love such and such to death, man, but that just happened, man. Like, I don't know. And me and you had a situation like that recently. It was like, man, I'm praying for them, man. Like, that's tough, man.
Yeah.
You know, that they going through that, you know, right now.
Yeah.
But I just don't.
So to me, yeah. So here's the way I look at it, right? So I think we all have I like, when I think about gossip, I think about the teenage girl on the phone.
Yeah.
Girl, did you hear about what such did? That's what I think about when I think about gossip. And no, the guys that's in my circle, we don't do that. Okay, I don't think I've ever called you and the first thing I say, yo kid, did you hear about? I ain't never done that in my life.
You haven't?
Never.
Like that.
Nah. And if I did do that, you probably be looking at the phone like, man, what you on? You know, if that did happen, right? And vice versa. If you call me and the first thing you say, bro, did you hear about? Man, don't call me with that mess. You know, that's how I probably would, you know. So I don't. That's how I look at gossip, right?
Yeah.
But there are times, yes, like you said, when we talk with other guys, or you and I are talking or whatever, and we're talking about situations that are happening, that just happened, and we're talking about it, and to me, that's not necessarily gossiping, okay? Yeah. Now, here's the way I define gossip, though. Rumors, hearsay, and all that stuff, that's gossiping, okay? To me, that's gossip. If we're talking about something that happened that's confirmed, and we're talking about how we feel about it, and how is it that, you know, man, like the situation you were talking about, you know, like we're like, you know, genuinely hurt that this happened to someone that we know, you know, to me, that's not gossiping. What we were doing at that time, that wasn't gossiping. Now, if I'm calling you and it's like, man, I heard such and such, when you get to I heard, if you don't know, that's gossiping. You spreading gossip. You know, if I call you with the intent to tell you something that I heard that I don't know that's true or not, to me, that's gossip. And now, do men gossip? Absolutely. I know people that do gossip. I know men who have said stuff like, you know, hey, what's the gossip for the day? And I'm like,
are you serious?
Yeah, I know of some people that have done that. And to me, that's just like, bro, like, serious? You know, but if you're asking me, have I ever, you know, dabbled, I'm gonna use it like that. Have I ever dabbled in gossip? Like, I heard this. Yeah. I think everybody has it to some degree. Whether you're the one spreading it or if it came to you. Because sometimes we think about what we do now, right? How many times do you know Kanye West personally?
Yeah, no, I don't. So yeah.
Do you know Jay-Z personally? Did you know Steve Jobs personally? Do you know what's my man from
Bill Gates?
Bill Gates, what was going on with him and his wife, Jeff Bezos, him and his wife. Do you know these people personally? No, you don't. But I heard that that's gossiping. If you want to get down to the meat of it, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't sit back and make it my everything. You know, like I'm not, oh, I heard this, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things you guys can be careful with, because gossiping is real and you can get caught up in it. Maybe you're not the one spreading it, but if it's coming to you, it can be like, oh man, I can't believe that, you know? And so it's just one of those things where, yes, so men do gossip. You know, do they gossip as much as women? I don't know. I think probably both gossip, you know.
Man, it should not be. It should not be, man. It should not be as much as women, man. Like, like seriously, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess like as a kid too, when I was younger, it's like if you came to me, you was like, man, I'm thinking about talking to this girl or whatever, and then I know her, and I'm like, I don't know if you ought to do that, man. I heard this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I might not know, but like, I'm still like just giving you some valuable information that you need to know, like before you get, you know, engaged in, you know, contact or relationship with this lady or whatever. Yeah. So
it happens.
We kind of, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know what the rules are for women. I can't speak on women. We would have to get a woman to come on here and talk about, you know, what they really feel like gossip is. But I don't long for gossip. You know, I don't, like I said, I don't call you and be like, man, what you been hearing? You been hearing anything new? Or nothing like that. Like, that's not what I hear. But like, if something happened or something like that and you tell me, we might discuss it, and then that's it. But like, I'll tell you right now, men are not going to go to each other talking a whole lot of crazy stuff to another guy, because there's always a chance that that word that you say will get back to that other person. Mm-hmm. And when that word gets back to that other person, with men, it's always a low-level threat of violence. And when there's a low-level threat of violence, we maneuver and we move a little bit differently. Okay. Because if a man, you say something to that man, and then when y'all see each other in public, it may be some action ready to take place. I don't know if those rules actually apply to women, but I know that men, when we're having a discussion with each other, no matter how direct you want to be, you got to keep yourself from being disrespectful, because any given situation with two men and the testosterone pumping, there can be some blows exchanged when it comes to that. It can get physical. So, you know, I don't know. I guess that's kind of why we just look at things differently. And I know I've heard like a guy or something like that, such and such, and say something to you, and it's like, once you get a little bit older and somebody says something about you, it's just like, man, whatever. Because you get in your mind, like, if they didn't say it to my face, then why should I entertain it? But like, that's little kid stuff. I mean, as you get older, I know me, and maybe that's because my circle is different. But with me, I'm not approached with that crazy stuff like that anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think to sum it all up, I think, like you said, men do gossip, but hopefully most men don't. Yeah. Hopefully most men just discuss about issues that happen that are not hearsay, but it's, I heard from such and such's mouth, they told me XYZ, you know. And
I think I'll put it to you like this. I think teenage boys gossip for sure. I think, like, again, I think everybody has gossiped at some point in time.
But is that girl driven though? Is that girl?
Some of it is, because I'm sitting here thinking back on conversations that I had as a teenage boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, yo, I heard she this, and I heard, yeah, that's gossiping. At the end of the day, no matter what you want to say about it, that's gossiping. Because if you don't know, then you gossiping. You know, if there's a rumor, you gossiping. Yeah. A lot of times now, again,
not saying this girl driven like this girl's fault, But I'm just saying, like, it's stemming
gossiping
from an
about
interest
females.
of a girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have
Oh,
some
yeah, for
interest
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the way I meant it. I didn't mean it like it's, you know, in a bad way toward women or something like that. But no, it's a lot of times, you know, when guys do it, it tends to be about that. Sometimes it could be about pocket watching somebody else, some other guy. Again, like I said, it happens. I think a lot of times though, for guys, it seems it gets brought to the guy, you know, in some type of way, cool. You know. But then other times, you know, I know guys who go around talking about what's the gossip for the day and stuff like that, and so they're the ones spreading it just as well. So it's just, I don't know, like, again, it just looks different on both, right? Even like I said, the way I always think about gossip, I think about the teenage girl on the phone saying it like that, but gossip for a guy can be the same way, or it just looks a little bit different, but it's still gossip nonetheless. I can't sit here and say who gossips more. I think men and women gossip. It just looks different. And so I just think it looks different. Yeah, I think
we need the definition of gossip. That's what we need. The exact definition of gossip, because I don't know what that precisely. To me, when I think of gossip, I think at the root of it, it's rumor, innuendo, hearsay. That's what I think about when I think about what gossip is. Yeah. But yeah, let us know in the comments what you define gossip as, and it says casual.
Men gossip more than women do. Women gossip more than men.
Says casual or unconstrained conversation or reports about other people, typically involving details that are not confirmed as being true. If you're talking about facts, then that's not gossip. It has not been. Gossip is that it hasn't been confirmed that it's true. But how often do we discuss something that has not been confirmed as being true? Because the conversation with me ends when they say, I don't know, but this is what I heard. And I'm like, well, has that been confirmed? Like, do you know that that's it? Nah, I don't know. I just, such, on her, such. You're not credible. So, it ain't.